Force Unleashed tells the story of Darth Vader's secret apprentice. At Star Wars The Clone Wars will make its television debut. Star Wars on television every single week.
George said, you know, we're not making television here, we're making cinema. And I think that kind of pushed us to really stay true to Star Wars films cinematically.
Yeah, it's almost like a mini feature every week.
Do you actually talk about Star Wars at work?
Yeah, I think most recently the big argument's been, can a lightsaber cut Superman? And that goes on for months.
Stench when I was right on board.
To move up now and take any of the empty seats, feel free to do so. You know, Star Wars fans are really sort of similar all over the world, as I think you can see. And there are still so many exciting things happening. Just this week, LucasArts and BioWare announced the official word of a long-rumored new game, a brand new story-driven, I always have a problem with this, I'm going to look at this. Massively multiplayer online PC game, thank you, set in the time frame of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which was the most critically acclaimed game in LucasArts history. And this game is called Star Wars The Old Republic, and it takes place about 300 years after KOTOR. Players are going to explore an age that's thousands of years before Darth Vader, when the war between the Old Republic and the Sith Empire divides the galaxy. Now, players can play as a Jedi, as a Sith, or as a variety of other classic Star Wars types. And they can define their personal story and determine their own path down the light side or the dark side of the Force. And along the way, you'll be able to befriend courageous companions who will choose to team up with you or betray you along the way. So players can also team up with friends to battle enemies and overcome incredible challenges using dynamite Star Wars combat tactics. Now, a release date and further details on this game will be forthcoming, so don't expect to buy it in December. 2 months ago, of course, the animated Star Wars The Clone Wars was in movie theaters as a tease to the weekly animated series, which has been on Cartoon Network. It premieres every week at 9 p.m. on Friday nights and then plays 4 other times during the week, many of them youngster-friendly times. And the long-awaited LucasArts game, as we said in the video, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, was finally released. Now, getting back to Star Wars The Clone Wars for a minute, but sticking with the video games, I'd like to mention another of LucasArts' initiatives. On November 11th, which is the same day that the Star Wars The Clone Wars movie DVD comes out, you'll also be able to take part in the Clone Wars with 2 new video games from LucasArts. Star Wars The Clone Wars Lightsaber Duels rather, is created exclusively for the Nintendo Wii. So it features an intuitive, motion-controlled combat system that gives you the chance to wield a Wii remote like a lightsaber. And each major character has their own unique fighting style and their own set of skills that you need to master. The other game is Star Wars The Clone Wars Jedi Alliance for the Nintendo DS. And this gives you a chance to pair a variety of Jedi Masters and Padawans to battle the dark side. And as the game progresses, hopefully, the two of them join forces to fight as one if you're skillful, and you use the DS, the intuitive stylus-based input system to fight your lightsaber battles. This is a completely original Clone Wars story. Now let's take a look at these two games and a little bit of background.
In this war, a step ahead of us, Dooku always seems.
The term Clone Wars goes back to the original Star Wars film when Luke Skywalker asked the question, "You fought?"
Of course, our main excitement these days for Lucasfilm is the weekly series Star Wars: The Clone Wars on Cartoon Network. There's no doubt that this is Star Wars in a truly unique new way. The series is a result of an incredibly ambitious 3-year undertaking, both in Marin County and in Singapore, and then with some of our affiliates other places in Asia. There were a lot of stories to tell and a lot of characters to explore in the period that we call the Clone Wars. And George Lucas decided that the best way to do this was to use classic Star Wars storytelling, but do it in a medium that was really new to us, a computer animated series